Like I said earlier,
What do you think about your friend Beyonce? She's like your sister. You guys literally grew up together.
I'm told that you didn't help the prosecution sort of in this very important case.
My goodness, how much weight.
I'm not saying you needed to lose weight.
Sometimes celebrities have to put rude interviewers in their place, like when Tom Cruise shut down a disrespectful interviewer.
Was Nicole the love of your life?
What do you mean, Peter?
You were married for 10 years.
Listen, we raised children. I mean, how do you answer that? How do you answer that question?
Tom Cruise has been in the spotlight long enough to know when an interview crosses the line. During a sit-down with 60 Minutes Australia, he was asked a series of probing questions about his marriage to Nicole Kidman, their divorce, and his plans for the future.
And do you have a relationship where you talk, it's a parenting relationship, and talk professionally about each other's work?
Listen, here's the thing, Peter.
Yeah.
You're stepping over a line now. You're stepping over a line. You know you are.
At first, Tom tried to deflect, offering a thoughtful response about their shared history and the importance of moving forward. But when the interviewer persisted, Cruise decided enough was enough. He leaned in and calmly but firmly said, "Here's the thing, Peter. You're stepping over a line now."
She's someone that I plan on getting married again.
You do?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And having kids?
Absolutely.
But Nicole was a major part of your life and a love of your life at the time.
I loved Nick very much. There's no question.
This response wasn't just a defense, it was a masterful boundary-setting moment that left no room for further probing. It showed Cruise's ability to balance emotional depth with a clear assertion of his limits, reminding the world that even the most public figures are entitled to privacy and respect.
You want to know. Take responsibility for what you want to know. Don't say what other people. This is a conversation that I'm having with you right now.
You're right.
Okay, so I'm just telling you right now, okay? Just put your manners back in.
The exchange became an iconic moment, not because of an outburst or confrontation, but because of Tom's composure.
Do you think I was out of line?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I apologise for that sincerely.
Good.
This moment wasn't just about defending himself. It was about setting a precedent. Celebrity or not, everyone has the right to decide where the line is drawn, and Tom made it clear that his personal life wasn't open to endless scrutiny. If you thought this interview was wild, wait till you see the next one.
I'm getting better.
Think about little ones for yourself, maybe?
Eventually. When it happens, it happens.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want a family, big family, small family?
I'm not sure. I definitely want a family. I'm too close to my mother.
Beyonce is famously private, but even she has faced her share of probing interviewers. One particular instance stands out, a conversation where the interviewer couldn't resist pushing her for personal details about her marriage and family plans with Jay-Z. What started as a lighthearted chat about her career and goals quickly took a turn when the questions became too personal.
Does Jay want to be a father? Does he want kids?
Are you serious?
I gotta ask.
You gotta ask Jay.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So next time I see him, I ask him.
Does Jay want to be a father? The interviewer asked, catching Beyonce off guard. Her response was as icy as it was perfect.
I want to. I'm just,
Are you trying to play little Cupid or something?
Yeah, well, no, y'all already married.
Yeah, we are. We are.
That's first comes marriage, then come.
This exchange highlighted an important lesson. Celebrities are people too, and they don't owe the public details about their private lives.
That's mother, so I can only hope for the relationship that I have with my mother. I can only hope I have with my kids whenever I decide to have them. He is very funny.
Does he keep you laughing?
This is a good way to get me to talk about.
I'm just because he's hilarious. He's
That's
funny,
really,
but a lot of people
really
don't know
clever.
that.
Yeah.
These moments remind us that even celebrities, with all their fame and fortune, have boundaries. But wait till you see what Scarlett Johansson said to shut an interviewer down.
Scarlett, to get into the shape of Black Widow, did you have anything special to do in terms of the diet? Like you have to eat some specific food or that sort of thing?
Scarlett Johansson has dealt with her share of objectifying and trivializing questions during her career, especially as Black Widow in Marvel's cinematic universe.
You get like the really interesting existential question, and I get the rabbit food question.
Take the time she was asked about her special diet to fit into the Black Widow suit. While her male co-star was asked deep existential questions, Scarlett's response was pure class.
Gosh, ask Joss.
I did.
You asked Joss what kind of underwear he wears?
No.
What kind of interview is this?
The trend continued. In another instance, she faced an awkward question about whether she wore undergarments beneath her superhero costume. Scarlett didn't miss a beat, asking the interviewer point blank if he'd ever ask a male co-star the same question.
Ask a man this question. Yeah, that's right. I'm nude, but I'm not nude.
Yeah, and I like that.
Leave it at that.
Yeah, but it's hard to...
Use your imagination. You really want to know. I love when people ask, people go, how do you go to the bathroom? I'm like, come on, do people really need...
Johansson's responses weren't just about shutting down a single disrespectful interviewer. You can put anything past her. Kind of like Quentin Tarantino.
Her actually speaking very much. And Margot, I wanted you to also comment about being in the film in this part.
Well, I just reject your hypotheses.
Quentin Tarantino has never been one to shy away from controversy. Known for his razor-sharp tongue and unapologetic opinions, he delivered one of the most memorable interview shutdowns when a reporter questioned Margot Robbie's role in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The reporter pointedly asked why Robbie, a critically acclaimed actress known for standout performances in The Wolf of Wall Street and I, Tonya, had so few lines in the film.
Like I said earlier, I always look to the character and what the character is supposed to serve to the story. I think the moments that I got on screen gave an opportunity to honor Sharon.
The controversy around Robbie's role stemmed from a misunderstanding of Tarantino's artistic intent. Like Sharon Tate, Robbie's presence was meant to evoke a sense of beauty, innocence, and tragedy, qualities that didn't require extensive dialogue.
And the lightness, I don't think it was intended to delve deeper than, like Brad also mentioned, I think the tragedy ultimately was the loss of innocence, and to really show those wonderful sides of her, I think could be adequately done without speaking.
Robbie later added her voice to the discussion, gracefully clarifying her experience. She praised Tarantino's direction and expressed satisfaction with how her character fits into the broader narrative.
It's actually an interesting thing for me to do as an actor. I actually really appreciated the exercise and felt that I could deliver what I wanted.
This moment stands as a masterclass in handling unwarranted criticism. Tarantino didn't rant or get defensive, he simply refused to justify himself to a loaded question. Speaking of offloading questions, have you seen this interview where Kelly Rowland shuts down an interviewer?
It was reported that Rowland, a former member of Destiny's Child with Beyoncé, was upset over a subpar dressing room. Now it's being reported it was questions from Savannah Guthrie about you-know-who that led to the drama.
Kelly was there to promote her Netflix holiday movie, Merry Little Christmas, but interviewer Savannah Guthrie repeatedly steered the conversation toward Beyoncé. What started as a professional opportunity for Kelly turned into yet another instance of being overshadowed by comparisons to her more famous friend.
What do you think about your friend Beyonce? She's like your sister. You guys literally grew up together. She's stepping into country.
So proud of her.
I know, but were you surprised, and what do you think about it?
I'm so proud of her.
Yeah.
So happy for her.
Looks like Rowland wants to change the subject and talk about her new Netflix movie, Mea Culpa.
From the beginning, Kelly's discomfort was visible. Questions about her friendship with Beyoncé might have seemed innocent to some, but for Kelly, it likely felt like yet another reminder of how her career has often been viewed through the lens of someone else's success.
This morning, guest hosting with Hoda. How fun is that?
What happened next became the subject of much speculation.
We're going to chat about her music career and what she thinks about Beyonce going country.
Uh-oh, she immediately scowls, then mouths the word no.
To some, walking off might seem dramatic, but Kelly's actions were a powerful statement. She wasn't throwing a tantrum. She was asserting her right to be treated with respect. By leaving, Kelly reminded everyone that she's not just Beyoncé's former bandmate. She's a star in her own right. And sometimes reclaiming your narrative means refusing to let anyone else define it for you. Which brings us to this next one.
Campbell has walked out of an interview, knocked a camera to the floor on her way out after being asked about a diamond she allegedly received from former Liberian leader Charles Taylor.
Allegations had surfaced that Taylor had gifted Naomi an uncut diamond during a dinner hosted by none other than Nelson Mandela. The claim had drawn intense media attention, putting Naomi in an unwanted spotlight. During a press interview, A journalist seized the opportunity to press her about the allegations, and things quickly spiraled.
Ms. Campbell would only confirm that she had dinner with Mandela.
You received a diamond from Charles.
I didn't receive a diamond, and I'm not going to speak about that. Thank you very much. And I'm not here for that.
Did you have dinner, though, with Charles Taylor?
I had dinner with Nelson Mandela. Thank you very much.
From the start, Naomi firmly stated she wouldn't discuss the matter, but the interviewer persisted with questions.
I'm told that you didn't help the prosecution sort of in this very important case.
Sorry. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Whoopsie.
Her reaction was not just about dodging an uncomfortable topic. It was about principle. Naomi had already faced scrutiny over the alleged blood diamond incident, testifying in a high-profile trial where she maintained that she did not know the diamond's origins.
Standing trial for war crimes, prosecutors from the UN-backed Special Court for Sierra Leone accuse him of trying to control the country's diamond mines. Actress Mia Farrow told prosecutors that she had overheard that Campbell had received the diamond in 1997 when they were both guests of Nelson Mandela in South Africa.
While some may argue she could have handled it differently, Naomi's response highlighted an important truth. Celebrities, no matter how public their lives may seem, have limits. Speaking of clapbacks, check out this one with Anne Hathaway.
How do you fit into that suit?
It takes 3 of us. A lot of lead time. Sit-ups, tricep curls, and, you know.
When the first photos of her in the iconic suit surfaced, it didn't take long for conversations to shift to her body, specifically how she managed to fit into the tight costume. It was clear from the beginning that much of the attention was less about her acting and more about her appearance, an all too familiar pattern for women in Hollywood.
How much weight have you lost to get into this shape right now?
You did not just ask me that
No, I'm
question.
just saying, you're like,
what a forward young man you are.
In one infamous interview, the line of questioning quickly veered into the uncomfortable. The interviewer casually asked, "How much weight have you lost to get into this shape?" For a moment, Anne's expression said it all. Was he going there?
My goodness, how much weight.
I'm not saying you needed to lose weight. I'm just saying that you look...
I've worked very hard to become Selena.
The brilliance of her comeback lay in its subtlety.
You have. All right, thank you very much. I'm sorry if I offended you.
You didn't at all. I'm just messing with you.
Thanks, Anne.
Anne's ability to maintain control of the narrative highlighted her professionalism and sharp wit. She reminded everyone that her portrayal of Selena Kyle wasn't about her weight or how she looked in a costume, but about the depth and complexity she brought to the role. But wait, there's more. The Pharrell interview.
Man, do you have a significant other? Yes. Okay. Are there ever times where you have naughty thoughts?
Who's doing this interview?
No. Let's not get off of it.
During one interview, the tables turned spectacularly as Pharrell faced a question that seemed more about creating discomfort than seeking insight. It wasn't just a moment of quick wit, but a statement about boundaries and respect that left a lasting impression.
Let's be fair.
I would never answer a question like that.
You would never answer a question like that. And that's why that song needs.
The interviewer asked Pharrell if he ever had naughty thoughts, a question designed to put him in an awkward spot. Pharrell wasn't having it.
Good, upright, standing citizens who have thoughts, who feel funny and get uncomfortable when the camera's on them. See, you couldn't even answer that question. You love your significant other, but you can't even say out loud in front of the whole entire nation that sometimes you have naughty thoughts.
Pharrell used the moment to deliver a deeper message. He explained that his song explored how even the most upright and good people have private thoughts they may not want to admit.
If they're interested in me, then they would want to hear what I think and what I think and what I feel. And so what I'm doing is I'm expressing what I think and what I'm feeling right now. And I'm only trying not to nail you, because I'm not gotcha and I'm not Mr. Aha. What I am is I'm just trying to justify my intent.
Pharrell's approach wasn't combative, but it was undeniably powerful. By framing his response with humor and insight, he reminded everyone that interviews should be mutual exchanges, not one-sided interrogations.